PK in the universe, and I am back again with another video. Sorry about the lighting. Today I'm here to talk about the SNK Arcade Classics Collection Volume 1 on Wii. There's also a number of these games happen to be on Evercade, and I'm going to go over which ones actually. Let's start off by talking about what games are on here. I'm going to read them off real quick. This won't take very long. Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Fight, Fatal Fury, King of Monsters, Last Resort, Magician Lord, which is on Evercade, Volume 1, Metal Slug, also on Evercade, Volume 1, Neo Turf Masters, Samurai Showdown, Sengoku, which is on Evercade, Volume 1, Shock Troopers, also Evercade, Volume 1, Super Sidekicks 3, The King of Fighters 94, Top Hunter, and World Heroes. Now, this collection, what can I say about this collection? It is a really solid collection, but what's it have to do with the NEO GEO Volume 1 Evercade card? Well, it shares some of the same games. I mentioned 4 games on here. The other 2 games that are not on here that are on the Evercade collection are Ironclad and King of Fighters 2000. Now, this has King of Fighters 94, so maybe it doesn't matter to a lot of people. So, why get this? Well, obviously I got this used, so it's hard to compare a used game versus a brand new game. Well, the brand new game on Evercade, obviously it plays on an HD television, but not so fast. This also will play on an HD system because it'll play on the Wii U if you happen to have one of those, which I do. I have 2 Wii U's. So obviously I can play this on a modern television, no problem. And the Wii version, this is not the only version of this collection. It's also on PS2 and PSP. Now, a lot of people complain about the PS2 and PSP version and say there's more lag or it's a lot of slowdown or whatever. This has some complaints about it too. This does have some complaints. People have complained about Metal Slug. Has some slowdown moments when there's too many things going on the screen. I have heard that. Heard some complaints about the Evercade collection as well, but nothing that's like, oh, it's unplayable kind of thing. I mean, it might be for some people. Some people have strong opinions on whether something is truly playable or not, depending on the lag. And the thing about lag is, of course, it can vary from, device. It could be lag device. It could be from the TV itself. It could be your controller. So many things factor into that. So it's really hard to say definitively, oh, this or that has more lag. A lot of people, again, this is a very affordable option. I got this for $10 at an antique mall a while back here. And when I say a while back here, I mean a couple days ago. And I've looked, what does the Evercade NEO GEO collection go for right now? And it's kind of expensive. I mean, just at retail, the retail value is like $30, but people are selling it for a lot more because at the time of this recording, people are having a harder time finding that in stock. So if you happen to have a Wii or Wii U, and you don't want to wait to play 4 out of the 6 games, this is a physical option that is available. Now, the downside, of course, is it's a disc-based game. Discs can get scratched very easily. I think discs are far more vulnerable than an Evercade cartridge, to be truthfully honest. Of course, they can be resurfaced if you have one of those resurfacers. Yeah, there's some good and bad to both. Obviously, if you're a huge fan of Ironclad or King of Fighter 2000, obviously this isn't going to be for you. And if you don't have an Evercade, it definitely wouldn't. That collection, you wouldn't be, yeah, you know what I mean, guys. Yeah, this is a cool collection. A lot of variety here. I really like Metal Slug. I remember the first time I ever played Metal Slug, I thought to myself, oh, this is kind of like Contra, but way more graphically advanced. And there's a lot of great, voiceovers. The music is killer. The first time I ever played this actually was on a PS2, and I played it with my wife. It was one of the first games we ever played together when we first started dating. I had borrowed it from the public library, and the PS2 version at that. And I had not played the Wii version. I think the Wii version is great. And of course, you got Magician Lord. I actually just played that really recently, and I'm like, yeah, this is a pretty cool game. Obviously, this would be a game I would waste a lot of quarters on in the arcade, no doubt about it. And that's a side-scrolling, I guess, I wouldn't call it would you call it a beat 'em up? I don't know. It's not really a beat 'em up. You're like shooting different stuff, it's projectile shots. So is it a run and gun? But you're not really running, you're walking. And it's a game that you actually get certain magic and you can actually transform into different creatures and stuff, which makes the game a lot of fun. The voiceovers are just so very much a product of their time and it sounds great. What What can I say about Sengoku? Now, Sengoku is a beat 'em up for sure, and Shock Troopers is, it's a top-down shooting game, kind of like a lot of other SNK titles, but I think it's unique enough that it really differentiates itself from other SNK titles like the Akari Warriors and stuff like that. Yeah, what can I say? Well, there's a lot of other good games here. Last Resort. I think Last Resort's going to be on another one of those Evercade collections. Yeah, I could go into who owns SNK, but oftentimes I'm told to keep my mouth shut in that regard, so I'm just going to leave that particular topic alone. So yeah, if you can't find that Evercade collection or it's too expensive, this is a cheap, affordable option if you happen to have a Wii or Wii U. And a lot of people might be asking themselves, PK, why even talk about this if you're not even going to go out and buy that collection, whether it be for all types of different objections or the fact that, it's like, why do we do this? Like, there's another guy, he was complaining about the Activision collection. He's like, you can get all these on the PS2, and it's just fair. You can. I mean, you could buy those games all individually on Atari 2600, those new Activision collections coming out. And my thought is, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I think a lot of us just want to be part of the conversation, ultimately, is what it comes down to. I know a lot of people watch my content for Evercade stuff. All of us who are playing Evercade are Evercaders, whatever you want to call us. But at the end of the day, we're all retro gamers, and we like to talk about retro video games. I think there's a lot of really great games on here. It's a little heavy on the fighting games and stuff, but there's some unique variety here for sure. And a lot of these games won't be on the next Collection 2 and Collection 3. So at the end of the day, yeah, I got this because we're going to talk about these SNK games, these NEO GEO games. I think there's a lot of variety here. This is a great option. And that's all I really want to say about that. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Are you playing any NEO GEO games today? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Later.